Oh no.
Alright, looks like we're live.
Okay, hello.
You want that to be in the picture like that? Okay. Alrighty, oh, here we go. Welcome, Voximo. Alright, so we've got some people joining us. So welcome, guys.
Hey.
We're back after another extended break. Continuing the build on Hogwarts.
Yay.
So what bag number have we just cracked open there?
So I just pulled open bag number 8. I'm hoping to get through 8 through 15. So that would be a nice little jump. So hopefully we can do that. Let's see. It looks like we're just going to start building up. And it looks like we're going to have some turrets. So I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, we're going to actually start seeing some castle.
Right, exactly. Not just base plates and Technic pieces and a mini chamber of secrets, which is pretty cool. It's a nice little touch. Okay.
Oh, Mitchell says hi.
Hi, Mitchell.
So welcome, Mitch. Welcome, Kupaka's cool companion, and Ido. Good to see you all here. Oh, we've got one kidder here.
Kidder. The other one is put away because it was feeding time.
Alright, so while Chelsea is building that, I actually have something I'm going to build. We're going to try doing 2 builds at once. I'm going to be building a much smaller set since I have a much more limited space on my computer desk. So you guys will have to also do with my keyboard. But we've got this lovely little Overwatch set. So this was available at BlizzCon this past week. Oh, that's the back. I'm probably flip this pupper around here. So yeah, this was available at BlizzCon this past weekend, or you could buy it on the Blizzard shop in advance, which is what I did. Did not go to BlizzCon. So here we go, 75987 Omnic Bastion. Not a big Overwatch player myself, although I am have been in the past a big Blizzard fan. But since I've been playing mainly console the past few years, a lot less Blizzard games in my repertoire these days. This was the first Overwatch set that came out, and they announced a bunch more at BlizzCon this weekend. We posted a news story about that with all those details. But yeah, we're gonna crack this sucker open. Nice Blizzard exclusive. Kind of debated whether or not to open it, but I think Lego sets are made to be opened and built and not saved to hope they appreciate in value. Because it's the fun. It's more fun to build them. And yeah, he's got this little bird companion here on the top, and with its cardinal skin. So my understanding is, obviously one of the big things with Overwatch is that all the characters have different skins. So this is the Omnic skin for Bastion, and the cardinal skin is a special skin for the bird. So while I open that up, we'll focus back on Hogwarts and see how that's going.
Well, I haven't really put much on there.
Alright, ooh, there's stickers. So I've got 3 bags of parts of varying sizes. No numbers or anything, because it's just a small set. It was only, what, like 400 parts or something? Oh no, only 182, so yeah. It should be pretty straightforward. And one lovely instruction book. Same artwork as on the box. And then our sticker sheet here. It's got 3 stickers, 2 for the armor on the shoulders and 1 for the little display base. And apparently the main discussion going on in the chat is what is the plural of moose. And I believe technically it is moose.
Technically it is moose.
Even though that doesn't make sense, it should be moosin'.
Meese.
Moosin'.
Nice.
So since I only have 182 parts to build, I'm gonna like go crazy sorting everything.
Yeah.
Nice little snot bracket. Oh, what happened? Oh, there you go. Your camera just cut out for a second there. That was weird. So we got some snot brackets. We've got some mixel sockets. Some Technic pieces. Some orange elbow plates. Got these fairly recent kind of corner tiles here in orange. I believe they first appeared in Nixonites in 2017, seems right. Been making their way hither and yon since then. Neither LaRocca. Still find it crazy that Magic the Gathering is so big. I remember it was big when I was in like 3rd grade. And that was a long time ago.
I was going to say, how long ago was that?
We're not going to talk about that.
Why not?
Because it was a long time ago. No, my sorting. Look, I don't have a hat that can just sort for me.
That's not how it works.
What? What's the point? I feel like I've been lied to. Yeah, Chelsea, Mitch agrees with me about the sorting hat.
Oh. Oh well.
Ooh, this is an interesting piece. I think this was the riot shield from Star Wars. Come on, camera. You're supposed to go big. There we go. So this was used by the riot troopers in Star Wars from The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi. But it appeared in only like white or black there, but now we get it in dark red, so it's a really cool recolor. And it's got a bar on the back for a handle. Yeah, I believe the trading card game I was into when I was younger, well, it's definitely no longer made, but I think there are still people crazy enough to play it, which was the Star Wars collectible card game. Surprise, surprise. I like Star Wars. Who would have guessed? I still have all my cards.
I believe that.
Lots and lots of itty bitty pieces here. Yeah, we'll have to see, Roka, if Brick Universe gets into the schedule next year. We'll definitely be going to Brick Fair, North Carolina, though. But I'm not sure if we'll be able to make both. I have to double check that when Universe is going to be. They may not have even announced the dates yet. But it's usually in that spring time frame when so many events are happening, like right one after another. I believe this year was what, in between Scouting for Bricks and Philly Brick Fest. And only Danny was crazy enough to go to all three.
Oh.
Okay, so apparently they have announced the dates for Universe next year. I'll have to look that up. Some events like to really wait until it's much closer before they announce final dates, which is frustrating. It's like, I want to start planning now. Alright, opening my last bag of parts. March 9th through 10th. I don't know, do those dates ring any bells? March 9th and 10th?
Oh, for me?
Yeah, do we have anything else going on in the early March time frame?
Not that I'm aware of.
We'll see how it goes then. See some castle walls going together there.
A little bit. Alright, so I think I've got pretty much everything sorted here. A lot that like really stands out, but I do like the fairly recent kind of one by snot brackets here. So we have the like upper and lower versions, upper in light gray and the lower in dark gray. Nice addition to the snot bracket collection. We have a few others. We have some of the normal like kind of 1x2 ones as well. Always good to have more of those. Quite a few mixel ball joints. So you've got a bunch of sockets, and some of the ball joints are down here. I think they're just a little bit out of camera. But so it should have some nice posability.
I guess one of the other standouts is this 2x2 round brick in orange, but you can see it's got the Technic pinhole in it. I believe this was first used, I want to say, in Chopper from Star Wars Rebels, but I think it was also used in some of the Nexo Knight sets, but it's nice to see that in a new color, kind of outside some of those other lines. Alright, now to start some building. Interesting. I was kind of expecting it to start with the little bird. That doesn't seem to be the case. Uh-oh.
That didn't sound good.
It wasn't me. Was it you?
No. I don't think so.
Mysterious killer noises?
Yeah. Curious and curious, sir. That is not a Harry Potter quote, by the way. It is an Alice in Wonderland quote.
Hey there, Leosander. Welcome.
Hello.
What instruction or what bag number are you on?
I am on 8.
And is that still in the first set of first instruction book?
No,
or in
I
the second
forgot
one?
to say that I am on the second set of instructions.
Nice. Second out of 4, I believe.
Yep.
Alright. This is kind of interesting here. So first we built this little assembly, and we're told that it's kind of go like this on its back. And then we built this little guy. It's got a socket joint here, a couple ball joints. I do kind of like how they used these slopes on the top. You know, a little too much glare from those my lights, unfortunately. Not quite designed here. Then so we have these slopes on the top, but on the sides, using the snot brackets, we put these tiles in there. That kind of works nicely with that. And then we were told that this one goes like this. So and then we attach them. I believe we've got Bastion's body now, and it's got a hip swivel, I guess. Ooh, Calc 3 homework does sound like lots of fun there, Leosander.
No.
Sometimes I miss calculus.
Right?
Yeah, that's fun.
What else, bro?
To each their own. So now you've got Bastion's head here. So it's actually built on like the 1x2 gun kind of piece that has the handle coming out of the bottom. And it's got like some studs on all the different sides. And we used the part that was originally, I want to say, in the Nexonites as like the crossbow projectile. But it's really just like a Mixel ball joint with a bar on it. It's a very useful part. I know I have a whole bunch that I bought via Lug Bulk a couple years ago. And so that pops in there, and then this pops into the Mixel socket, so we have a head for Bastion, and a pretty good range of posability, although the handle from the gun piece does kind of limit the forward motion, not just a tad, but still pretty good. Definitely a lot better than if we didn't have those Mixel ball joints. Alright, now it looks like we are moving on to the legs. So is that like the start of the Great Hall that you've got going on there?
I think so.
Where the dark tan is?
Flip back here. Yeah, I think that's exactly what we're doing. But we're not going, it doesn't look like we're going with all the detail quite yet. At least not on these bags that I want to get through.
Alright, so I think we've just about got one of the legs done. Still need to do the foot. We'll show this off real quick because there is kind of snot going on all over the place. I guess at its core you can see it's kind of just like plates stacked here. And we've got a couple of Mixel sockets on either end. It's interesting, we've got that really awesome 1x2 rounded plate with the bar holes in it, and they're just kind of using it as a 1x2 plate in here. Seems almost like a waste when they could just use a 1x2 plate, but it does add kind of a nice robotic detail. Then on the other side, with all the kind of zigs and zags, we have 3 spots where we have some snot techniques here, using these kind of, I believe originally they were intended for like gold ingots, but here we've got them in kind of a silver color, but obviously not chromed anymore. And we have a couple of those kind of corner tiles here, and so that's going to be, I guess, one of the legs, and we'll build the foot next attached to that. Alright. So we've got the foot. Very simple there. It uses one of those, again, fairly new, kind of 1x1 round plate with the bar coming out of it. Another useful part, but I use that as kind of like the back heel. Because of the way the mixel joint is attached, it does kind of limit the backwards motion a little bit, but there is a good amount of forward, and obviously side to side it's kind of set. And so that is going to pop onto the right side of Bastion. And kind of because of the width of the leg doesn't go straight down. That's kind of okay. It'll give it a more kind of organic pose. And the foot can swivel enough that it'll be able to stand upright. I don't think, because it is kind of out a little bit, probably won't be able to get it to stand on one foot too easily. Maybe if we tilt it over, there we go. Kind of do a leaning tower of Bastion pose there. Yeah, definitely Kopaka's cool companion. The Lego in, I'll say recent years, but you know, it's been going on for a while. They've really been kind of, even not necessarily going into the community, but really kind of expanding on some of their techniques that they use in models to be similar to techniques that you'll see AFOLs using. Just kind of giving a lot more posability and detail, which is fantastic. And hopefully like encourages, you know, kids and other people who are buying the sets to be like, oh, that was really cool. Let me see if I can like build something cool like that, and encourage them to become more Lego fans. Of course, they do still have a lot of restrictions that AFOLs don't, as far as what they can do, and playability limits that they have to kind of adhere to. Can't just go willy-nilly.
Why?
Because they don't want, you know, a kid to hurt themselves or something when they're trying to build it or play with it, and lawsuits and blah blah blah.
No, I guess.
Yeah, it's dumb, you know. Lawsuits.
Lawsuits.
You guys want Galador and Exoforce to come back? Of course you do. I don't know, I do feel like a couple Lego set designers last year were really pushing for it too, as we all saw at Brick Fair, Virginia this year. Guess never say never. So yeah, working on the second leg here, pretty much just a mirror of the first. Nothing fancy.
Ooh.
Oh, I just realized I put the legs on backwards, I think. That the tile there is supposed to be the front of Bastion. There we go. Oh no, I think I was right. It just flipped it around for some reason. Good thing the mixel joints attach and detach easily. Alright. So there we go. I've got a two-legged, no-armed Bastion. Already some quite good posability with the head and the hips. Got 2 points of articulation on the legs, and they're both ball joints, so will definitely result in giving some good poses. Even if the feet don't fall apart. Come on, foot. I'm sure it could be like stomping on a minifig tracer or something. There we go. Alright, next up, probably the arms. We've got a stud shooter going in. Hey there, Mr. Barnick. How's it going?
Hello.
No, Jared, I do not collect any bootlegs. I guess the closest is that, this year we did do the stream back in February or March of some of the other building toy brands we saw at Toy Fair this year. But those stay far away from the rest of my Lego collection. Unless you were talking about concert bootlegs. In which case, I think I have some Bob Dylan and some Grateful Dead bootlegs somewhere. Because, I mean, everyone's got to have some of those in their music collection. Interested in using a bucket handle here as a decorative element. We'll show that off and get a little further with the arm. Alright, so now we've got our right arm for Bastion. It's got a ball socket for the shoulder, and then it's just got a hinge here for the elbow. It's got the stud shooter on the end there. Does have, I'm thinking these click hinges are just purely decorative. They're featuring in a couple spots there, like on the torso and now here. But then, like I was mentioning before, that we do have this bucket hinge or bucket handle that clips on to that clip there. It's just purely there for decorative use. And so that will snap on there. Pretty good range of motion, even with the elbow just being a hinge joint. It looks like we have some more details we'll be adding to that arm now. Including our first sticker. So we just built this kind of little armor attachment, I guess. It's got a 2x3 tile with clips that we put the sticker on. And now that is going to clip onto the body here and fold over. Kind of be the shoulder armor, it looks like. I'm doing that right. Yeah, so it's not supposed to kind of fold over all the way. It's supposed to kind of stand out a little bit. Keeps it like a little bit of an angle. I guess kind of makes it look a little more dynamic, maybe accurate to the source material. Not really sure about the accuracy since don't really play Overwatch that much. And we're discussing the difference between a bootleg and a knockoff in terms of Lego sets. So Jared, what figs did you get that I guess were bootlegs or knockoffs? Curious now. And what made you want to pick them up? Just because they're easier to get than the actual Lego set, or something else? While we do that, working on the left arm here. So you've got a lot of little tiles and jumper plates going on there.
Oh yeah.
What's going on with that?
So, mostly it's just helping us build up and build some actual towers, it looks like, and give some more embodiment to the castle itself before we start working on fine details. Which I guess in itself are fine details. But so far it's been pretty easy to come together. It's a little repetitious, but you just have to make sure you count correctly and get your placements.
Alright, so here you go. We've got part of the left arm. I'm sure we're going to be adding onto it a little bit like we did with the right. Instead of the stud cheater, we've got this little 1x1 rounded plate with a bar for the hand here. And so that will then pop on. And again, it's got the hinge for the elbow and a socket, ball socket for the shoulder, so a similar range of motion. Oh, LaRocca, you brought up the BlizzCon Diablo game, I say. That's some dangerous territory for some people. Personally, I'm excited for it. I think I'm in the can't talk tonight. In the minority for that, though. But as someone who doesn't have as much time to like play a full-fledged PC or console game that he used to, but still sinks a lot of time into phone games, as I'm sure Chelsea will attest to.
Yeah. Maybe a little too much.
I'm excited for the mobile Blizzard game, mobile Diablo game.
Yes.
Yep. So here we go. We've got his armor on his left shoulder now. Makes him look nice and balanced, but not quite symmetric, since he's got the stud cheater on the right and just a hand on the left. But I think we're getting close to being wrapped up with that. Yeah, some of the comments and PR on the game were pretty ridiculous. Doesn't everyone have a phone? Yeah. And I saw pictures of allegedly the lines for the game at BlizzCon. They were just non-existent. Everyone's just like, nope, we're not touching this thing. I mean, yeah, maybe the announcement could have been handled a little better, because Blizzard knew that fans just wanted Diablo 4. And that was not what they gave them. Maybe temper expectations a little bit beforehand. Oh man, Diablo 2 is so much fun. I sunk so many hours into that back in the day. Alright, so now it looks like we've got a shoulder cannon here for Bastion. So he uses an old pirate's barrel piece in dark gray, the chopper astromech body, a little bit of Technic here, and some skeleton arms. And so those attach onto the riot shield that's on the back here. I guess that's what it's supposed to. I guess it's more of a mortar than like a cannon, so it's supposed to kind of be indirect fire. And then thanks to the hinges on the, on the riot shield, you can see it can kind of retract behind there. Yeah, I've been considering picking up Diablo 3 for the Switch as well, but I need to play some more Zelda before I could justify getting Diablo 3. Alright, I got another little attachment there on the blaster. Nothing too fancy there. Alright, now it looks like we're going on to the base. Interesting, we still haven't built the little bird guy.
Sometimes you save the best for last. Like the last being putting 24 1x1 plates on this castle.
You don't sound too enthused by that.
No. They are small. And I like it. I also don't have any fingernails right now because I chopped them all off after all the weddings and having my nails done. So I was kind of tired of being a girl for a little bit.
Alright, so we've got our last sticker in Bastion. Goes on a 2x4 black tile. Lego Blizzard exclusive. And that pops onto the display base here, which is interesting because it's kind of built, you build it studs up and then you flip it like that, so it's kind of all on its side. And you can see we've got these two 1x2 Technic bricks with the cross axle holes. And if you remember on Bastion, I think I commented on the feet, they've got these little plates with bars on them, and apparently what we do is we attach those to the base there. So we can maybe pop those in. And so that lets him stand on the base, so it's pretty nifty. And still gives like a little bit of posability, and if you wanted to, you could only attach one leg to give him a little bit more dynamic posing. So, and even because he's on the base, you can probably kind of give him like a mid-step pose if the ball joints will hold, which they do. So it's pretty cool. You can kind of give him some dynamic poses. It's always nice. Although the mixel ball joints don't necessarily always have the most friction there. Chelsea Mitch says you sound extra southern today.
Happens. Roll Tide.
Yeah, that was quite the game last night. A lot of discussion about the Nintendo Switch in the chat now.
Oh god, I have one of those.
Definitely seems like it has a lot of potential. I just wish I had more time to play it. Now finally, you've got the little cardinal. Which my understanding is it's just one skin the little birdie guy has in the game. I believe in the normal Bastion set, he's looks different. So yes, there is the little cardinal. Very simple build. I do like that we do get a little tail for him. And he's got a 1x1 round plate on the bottom, so he can attach to the jumper plate on Bastion's shoulder. And then we've got some trans yellow 1x1 round plates that trying to run away. And those go in the stud launcher. And I think that is about it. Interesting that among all the extra pieces we've got, we have an extra ingot piece here, unless I missed it somewhere. I'm going to go back through the instructions real quick and see if I missed that. It looks like we've got some tables now, though, in the Great Hall.
Yes. Slash benches. Oh.
So yes, as Andrew was mentioning in the chat, this is the BlizzCon exclusive version of Bastion here. And there will be a normal one, which is, I don't know, probably like 3 or 4 times the size of this guy. And we'll have apparently a cool play feature that's based off the game where he will turn into a turret. So that's pretty neat. Shame that we weren't able to get him on a smaller scale like that. Once I flip through the instructions, we'll show him off.
Alright, well that's it for bag 8.
Oh.
So moving on to bag 9, and that starts, looks like we're gonna start off with the tables at the head of the hall where the teachers sit.
Alright.
And then it looks like we are gonna start doing some more outside. So, go on to bag 9. Looks like a relatively small bag.
So I did need that extra ingot to go on the left arm there. Alright, so I think that wraps it up here. Bastion. So also I put up the giveaway link there, so you can give away a Harry Potter collectible minifigure. So I'm going to go show off Bastion a little bit more, and then we'll pick our first winner of the night. Okay, so our final little Bastion model on his display stand. Lots of pretty great posability. We've got the hip that swivels, the head has posability, arms have shoulder and elbows. And if we pop off the little bird, it does limit the posability on whatever shoulder he's perched on a little bit. We've got hip and ankle posability in the legs, both ball joints. And then the last thing is he's got this big turret on the back, which can kind of unfold and pop up. Doesn't quite go all the way up and over, and the set does not transform into a turret, but it's kind of gives you the idea of it, so that's pretty neat. Overall, definitely a little fun build. As someone who is not a big Overwatch player, it was still fun to build. And it definitely, with having that display base included, definitely makes a good little display piece for collectors. Definitely will look good, sitting on your desk or your shelf or something. Very nice, very cool, and definitely fun to play around with as you're waiting for a game to load or something to save or transfer, or sitting in a meeting at work or something. You can play around with him. Not sure, maybe I'll bring him into work. We'll see. Alright. Let's see what we've got going on in chat. Still some game discussion going on. Oh, congrats to Pie on finding Percival.
Woo!
Sitting in the checkout aisles of Target. I'm glad you're able to find him. Alright, so let's find out who our first winner is going to be tonight. Dylan Tran, congrats. Won, of course, a Harry Potter and Fantastic Beasts collectible minifigure. Let us know when you're part of the email what your top few figs are, and we'll do our best to accommodate that. We still got quite a few left. No Percival Graves, though. Only 1 to a box. And the one we've got is back there behind Hogwarts. I think it's like the one all the way on the far right side there. And yeah, so we will be picking some more winners as the stream goes on. So I see some chairs have gone together there.
Yes, I think they're pretty cute.
It's interesting that all these bags in, you've still only built one of the 4 house people. Only Godric Gryffindor.
A second one in this one. I'm not sure which bag he's in though, but he's in this book.
So hopefully we'll get to that one tonight. Get some more minifig action going in. Oh yeah, that's right, we just had Halloween this past week. So what did everyone dress up as? I'm curious. And how did things go with trick-or-treaters and all that fun stuff?
So I just made the headmaster's chair, and he's pretty cute.
Oh yeah, gotta set it apart from the rest, of course.
And he sits right in the middle.
Looks like lots of people traveling for Halloween.
I worked.
Do trick-or-treaters come to Applebee's?
No.
Give them gummy brains.
No.
Okay then.
They're for me.
The 2001 Rocky, those were some great sets. Not so much on the posability, but definitely a lot in the play features. And all very unique, not like a lot of the kind of cookie cutter creatures and beasts we got in later years. Definitely a great start, and very nostalgic. So what are we working on now?
Oh no.
Guess we'll find out soon enough.
I know.
see what Chelsea's up to.
This, I build Hogwarts.
Ooh.
Build Hogwarts wrong.
Looks like... I think it needs to be one more step.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. That's interesting. Next you've got a lot of those transparent colored parts. Those for like stained glass windows. Don't forget you've got a brick separator.
I know.
Since we were just talking in the chat, they're making a teal one, which people are excited about.
I'm excited. Broke my seats.
We've got some fun little parts here. Make sure to show these off. It's like a 1x1 brick, but it's got like this partial arch in it and a slit on the top. We have a quarter version as well, which will line up very nicely together. Kind of look like the 1x3 arch, but separated. So it's a cool little design. Definitely a part that I'm sure a lot of castle builders will appreciate. No, Voxman, you must have missed some of the streams where we showed off the green brick separators. Well, actually, one sitting right off of camera in my brick separator cup. What else? Don't worry, Dylan. We'll be giving away more sets at some point, especially now that. I've got the garage sorted and much easier to find. Yeah, Chelsea's just excited to get more of them out of the house.
Yay!
Oh yeah, Voxman, that does remind me. I've thought several times about doing it, but I was never at my computer when I thought of it. Your mocks are back on their way to you, along with your lug bulk. I shipped those off last week, so I'll send me like a PM or an email, and I'll send you the tracking number so you know when they're there if they're not already out at the post office. And yeah, I think we shipped everything out from the anniversary raffles to a pie. I think we're pretty much caught up, with the exception of some convention circuit and lug bulk stuff that I owe people. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're pretty set on shipping stuff out to people. Do owe the recent raffle that ended at the end of October. Other than that, we're just about all caught up. Alright, let's see. Tove Pie, when do we send out your stuff? One of these days I'll come up with a system that helps me email people. Remember to email people with that. Yeah, Topaz. See, I sent out your convention circuit stuff beginning of October. Oh yeah, and your anniversary raffle should have been in the same box. I thought it should have been Tarek's was in there, unless I messed up somewhere. Mistakes do happen. If that did, I'll do my best to fix that up. But I thought I put it all in the same box. And let's see, for Voximo... why is your stuff not showing up here? So yeah, Voximo, your stuff should have arrived yesterday, it looks like. So hopefully that made it there safe and sound. That's one of those wonderful things about priority flat rate boxes shipping all the way across the country. Ooh, yeah, there's another topic that's really causing some waves in the AFL community. Is Flickr, which was recently bought by Smug Mug, I want to say in like around April this year. At the time, like, oh yeah, we're not changing anything. Well, now they're changing things. And instead of everyone having 1 terabyte of free storage, you only get 1,000 pictures instead. Otherwise, you have to pay, I believe it's $50 a year to have more storage space, which is a lot, especially if you're not like a really consistent user. I mean, you do get more for the $50. You get like metrics and like as a pro user, I believe they say like your pictures are like featured and stuff over non-pro users. But as someone who just kind of wants to like store pictures there to share with people, like I looked and I think I have like a little over 5,000 pictures on my Flickr account. But I, don't add them that frequently, and usually they're like from conventions and stuff like that, and so it's not quite worth it, I don't think, to pay that amount. So I have to look into what we'll do to help fix that. And yeah, TovePie, if you have over 1,000 pictures, they're going to delete them, starting with the oldest pictures and working their way up to the present, which is pretty ridiculous. And yeah, there's a huge Lego fan community over on Flickr. The Bio Cup contest takes place over there, and there's all sorts of different groups that people can create to show off their mocks and different themes and everything. And definitely would not expect to see the community thrive too much after this change takes effect. Once you finish putting those arches on, you should spin it around so people can see all the different colors for the windows. Yeah, and Instagram is nice and all, but there's not really an easy way to like sort things, and it's not very good for, I think, like historical searching and everything. It's more kind of like a instant thing. It's not like good for long-term storage.
So you can see why these pieces are curved now to make these archways around the windows. So I think that's pretty cool. They just slip right on in there. And gives it a little bit more stability. Of course, we are going to be building up over this. Well, I am.
The royal we.
I'm royal. Y'all hear that? Where's my tiara?
Yeah, and I definitely agree, TovePie, that the browser version of Instagram is pretty horrible. And I feel like the last time I checked, you can't even like upload anything via a web browser. You have to use their app on like a phone or tablet. It's really not an ideal situation.
You're not an ideal situation.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. He told me I was ugly, y'all.
I did no such thing.
once.
Yeah, Voxman, I don't think that's a really viable workaround for Instagram, tricking your browser to think it's in develop or mobile developer mode. Uh-oh, kidder.
Kidder. This kidder just small. He's the quiet one, normally.
I don't know, is there anything normal about him?
He's cute.
He's very cute.
I really love his face.
So the dragons that you guys are talking about, is that the one that works with Boost?
Dragon!
Yeah, the firstborn. I think that's the one. Be curious to see what it's like on its own.
Hey, kidder.
Oh, that's the Stormbringer. Thank you, Andrew.
He's mad because I'm sitting in his chair. You can come sit with me if you want.
Oh, we got some torches going on in there.
Alright, and that is bag 9. So this is what we did. We started doing, it's going to be the outside over here, and the rooms. And here's the start of the Great Hall. Flip it around this way. And you can see how we did our little archway and our windows with the stained glass. And I just think that's, super repetitious to get done, but the outlook is pretty dang cool. And of course it's the, house colors, high tubs. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited. Now it looks like we're gonna start the bag off with some stickers.
Ooh.
So, turn this way. You can see right here is going to be the entrance to the Great Hall. So that means the stairwell is going to be this area. Pretty cool beans. Looks like we're going to start doing some windows too. So I'll be right back after I take a quick leg break.
I've got a kidder. Yeah, it is about time for all of the 2019 leaks to start. Oh, bye tubs. Now I saw a couple recently, some of which looked pretty interesting, but I'm sure we'll have more in the coming weeks as we get closer to the new year. One interesting thing I did see in one of the leaks that I saw was the Lego. It was kind of like one of the store catalogs that retail customers get to order out of. They actually had a watermark with like the name of the store on it, so it looks like Lego is trying to do something now to help combat the leaks. So that's kind of interesting that they're doing that, and we'll see how that pans out for them, if it helps combat the leaks or not. It is crazy to think that we're already getting close to Toy Fair time of year. Usually when the leaks start coming out, we're getting close to the new year. New year means Toy Fair and all that fun stuff. Recently, already a while ago, booked my hotel room for Toy Fair, and recently booked my train ticket as well. So we'll be back. BZPower will be back at Toy Fair. I'll be there. Dan should be there again. Hopefully we'll be able to get a good look at stuff for you guys. And now, yeah, I agree with Voxim. I need to see these 2019 Ninjago sets. Lots of YouTube videos in the search results.
Okay.
Uh-oh, now there's a second kidder.
There's a second kidder. Figured she needed to run off some energy before snack before bed. Alright, so the first thing that's caught my eye in this bag are these windows. So they're just a little plastic piece.
Oh, but they're printed.
Yeah, they're super cool. And I'm going to skip ahead just a little bit so I can show y'all that they go into this piece right here. So there we have our first window. I'm a page or so ahead, but I was just super excited about these, so I wanted to go ahead and show them off. So we have a good bit in here. Think at least 10 it looks like. So I'm pretty excited. Small things and use small minds, I guess. And I don't know if that's just because this is a micro scale castle.
I see what you did there.
You see? That was funny.
It was okay.
I'm sorry. A little punny. So, I don't know, y'all. I'm stoked. I'm very happy. And I know that it drives Andrew a little crazy that he is not building this.
It's okay, I have a kidder.
Is it small or smaller?
Just small.
Okay. Wonder where smaller went.
She's over here somewhere. She tried to get onto my lap too, but Tubbs took up all the space. She's going into her brick fair bag.
Oh, okay.
Oh, never mind.
Hello.
Was it sticker time?
Yeah. We're starting off the bag with stickers.
What are we stickering?
Doors. So it's going to be Doors to the Great Hall. Right, now we have our door here. It's just a simple plate. Oh.
Winky's trying to get up on my lap, and Tubbs is not having it.
Well, here we go with our doors that, oh.
Alright, if we suddenly go offline, it's because Winky just climbed behind my desk. Can't wait until she can't fit there anymore.
Hi, Wink. I'd invite you in my lap, but I don't think you'd just sit here.
She really does like playing with the minifigures, though. They bat around nicely.
Yes, she does like that.
Especially when they're on the little display bases there. Great toys. I do not approve.
Winky.
Uh-oh.
Maybe that wasn't a good idea, putting those tubs there.
What kind of trouble are you going to get into?
Good girl.
Yeah, it looks like she just wants to curl up in your sweatshirt.
That's fine. That smells like me. Wink and I like to take naps in my papasan chair after dinner normally. We get tired. Eating's hard work. building some archways too. So I'm pretty excited about that. All right, 18 archways in this next step and 18 windows.
Just a little repetitive, huh?
Little bit. We'll manage. Just put these windows together pretty fast and then we'll set them all up and then we have windows. I like that the pieces in this bag are just a little bit bigger. Makes it go by a little faster. It's easier to get your hands around, easier to sort and find.
Make sure you don't put any in upside down.
Yeah, I was checking that. Good job. Trying to be fast but thorough. If we get through the amount of bags that I want to get through, then we're halfway done with the second book.
Woohoo!
Yup, yup. I feel bad that we can't stream as much as we like because of my crazy schedule. Because again, I refuse to let him touch this. And it's also difficult when he's working because I want to build it when he's at work. But that's not fair to y'all either. So this is for y'all as much as it is for me.
Alright, so just put up the giveaway link again. If you haven't had a chance to enter yet, you should go ahead and do that. Picking our next winner in a few minutes. I'll keep on petting this cat.
Petting a cat or dog is a stress reliever.
While the other one gives me an evil eye.
Scientifically proven. And gives us more reason it has a pup.
We don't need a pup, we got 2 kitters.
They need a friend.
Nah, they're fine. They already get into enough fights as it is.
True facts.
Ooh.
Well, I got it.
Should hope so.
All right, so we got our windows. Here's our courtyard. I'm pretty sure this is the courtyard. Got our great hall. Wow. Wow.
What are you doing, Tubbs? That's a weird spot to sit in.
Oh.
Okay. Bye, Tubbs.
What'd you do to him?
I didn't do anything. He was just sitting here.
Mm-hmm.
I was petting him. Is that a crime?
Well, apparently he didn't like it.
I think he was just tired of sitting there.
And why did he yell?
Man, you guys have really been doing that Super Smash Brothers chat there, which not something I can really relate to, unfortunately.
That's sad.
Yeah, I never got into Smash that much.
Sad.
But I'm glad you guys are excited for all the different characters coming in Ultimate. Anyway, we've had that giveaway link up for a while now, so we should probably do another giveaway. So let's see who our next winner is going to be. Ido, congratulations. Of course, won a Harry Potter and Fantastic Beasts minifigure. Let us know which ones you're most interested in, and we'll do our best to send you one.
Hello.
Hi. Looks like we're really building up some walls there in the courtyard.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited.
It's definitely looking a lot more like a castle.
Right.
Than when you started tonight.
So these pieces remind me of a slipper. Just thought y'all should know.
Thank you for sharing. You forgot the wall here.
Yeah, but I don't have no wall.
Oh. Okay.
Wow.
And it's already getting big to move around there.
Yeah. Well, it's been constantly spinning.
You kids and your Zelda talk. One day I'll play some more Zelda. Have enjoyed what I've played of Breath of the Wild so far, but definitely a lot more to do.
Alright, y'all, that completes bag 10.
That's pretty quick. So on to 11 we go.
On to 11 we go. It looks very colorful. Just one of the mini bags, obviously, in there.
Maybe some more stained glass windows.
Just gonna keep it separate.
You've got kidders.
I know. They're pretty cute.
Sometimes they're not that friendly with each other, though. Oh, silly, silly kidders. You know, Dylan, you're probably one of the first people I've seen who said anything bad about Breath of the Wild. I certainly don't have that strong of an opinion on it just yet, but it's certainly been a lot of fun. But not quite enough fun to make me like just keep playing it non-stop, so I guess there's that. Winky, why do you insist on trying to climb everything, including Lego boxes? Just gotta get into trouble.
Can you not mess up my Hogwarts box?
I guess she's not a Harry Potter fan.
She doesn't know yet. She hasn't been introduced because she's too young.
She must be a muggle cat.
Nonsense. No cat of mine will be a muggle.
I didn't realize that was the thing you got to decide.
Well, I guess since you're a muggle, I'm not a muggle. We have joint custody of the cat. So maybe she is a muggle. She'd technically be a half-blood.
Troublemaker blood, that's for sure.
Is she stuck in the crawl space between the door? No. She's on the Lego shelf.
She's attacking your sweatshirt. Zippers make fun toys. Bet you didn't know that.
I thought we were supposed to keep this, like, PG.
What?
What?
Andrew says Winky could be a squib.
No.
I guess that's not a good thing.
Filch is a squib. A squib is just a person that is born to two magical parents without any magical powers. It's not necessarily a bad thing. I hope you're keeping an eye on the kitten.
I'm trying to. She doesn't make it easy. I see your sweatshirt moving. This is what happens when you put your sweatshirt on top of her box.
Oops.
It's okay, I think you already had some holes in that anyway. What are a couple more? Oh, she's gonna make the jump. Kitten, you are ridiculous. Well, see you later, Dylan. Thanks for joining us.
Bye. Thanks for being our friend.
So what are we building now?
We are just building up. Got a little more sticker action going on. That didn't sound friendly.
Certainly not as friendly as it could have been.
It's one way to get it on there.
Oh.
Alright, here comes the colors. Look at this translucent pink.
You had a 1x2 plate. So is that right? And we're using those for some stained glass windows?
I think so, yes. Oop, it's just tricky to get on here. There we go. There we go. These are weird. I don't really like these. There's not a... I mean, they're easy to put together. But it's just difficult to do the placement. I feel like since it's in the middle, they should have gone first. But then also, I don't feel like this lines up like it should. But I might have just hooked it on wrong.
Yeah, sometimes it is kind of hard to see where the designers want you to line things up on when you're dealing with like the insides of a set.
All right. That took longer than I wanted it to.
Gotta get all those details right.
You do. They're important.
Oh, now we're getting into a Lego color discussion. No offense, Kopaka's cool companion, but I put my money on Andrew in this case.
Agreed.
Yeah, there's certainly no shortage of rare colors in the Lego world, especially from that time in the, I guess, like mid to late 90s to early 2000s when they were out of control and just making all sorts of new colors every year for just like a single part or something ridiculous like that. Kind of like a lot of Bionicle stuff. I do know I've seen several Lego color charts where there are several parts. You know, I guess the kind of the core representation is, hey, let's use a 2x4 brick of each color. But there are some parts that only came in certain colors, and there are always a few Bionicle pieces in there. I think the one that stands out the most are the, I guess the Rockshi heads. But I want to say they're the ones used by the Rahaga. I'm sure someone in the chat will correct me, but like the pearlescent colors that were used for a few of like a first run, I want to say, of whatever the sets were. Can't remember if it was the Rockshi or the Rahaga, but they were slightly different from kind of the mainline color scheme. Looks like Winky has found another hair tie from somewhere.
What color is it?
It was pink, it looked like.
That means she was on the kitchen counter. Because that's where you put them.
Oh, Winky, Winky, Winky.
Watch your Lego. She's literally on the Mini Cooper and the bug.
Kidder. Kidder, did you lose it already?
She tries real hard to be smart, y'all.
But she loses hair ties underneath cabinets or shelves. Cabinets too, I'm sure.
Why is she crying?
Probably because Tubbs like hit her or something.
She might be being a mighty hunter.
Oh yeah.
That's.
We are not abusing our cats, don't worry. They have a loving home.
That is the sound that Tubbs makes when he hunts for us, which means...
He's not hunting us, he is hunting on behalf of us.
I said he hunts for us.
Well, you could be like hunting for deer.
Oh, I guess. I don't know, I would just say I'm hunting deer. But that's just the southern, because I said hunting. But he'll be a mighty hunter and bring out, usually like his mouse. He likes that. And if I'm sitting out back after work, I'll come home and I'll be nice and quiet and I'll hear rail, rail, rail in the middle of the night. And I look and there he is with his mouse. So it's just a cute little thing that he does. And we think that he's teaching Winky how to be a mighty hunter too, because when she finds something that she likes, she starts yelling.
She lets us know, that's for sure.
She's very expressive. She lets us know when she's ready to eat. She yells and she runs into her room. She goes straight to her food bowl. She's kind of smart.
Sometimes. When it comes to, food.
Kind of. Get in there, little dude. I don't like this. Maybe he don't like me. Oh.
No.
I don't know if y'all heard that, but it was a do.
Someone attacked something or fell down something or both.
I think it was the fall down. Hope y'all are entertained by our cats like we are.
It's certainly never a dull moment with them around.
Adopting Winky put a very big joy in our life.
And sometimes stress too.
I was going to say also a big pain. Alright, sticker time.
Stop. Sticker time.
Don't
sing too much, you might get copyright notice.
Oh. I don't own that song.
What are we stickering?
Windows. like I missed a piece somewhere.
That does happen.
I know. I don't like that.
Yeah, it tends to be pretty frustrating because you have to go backtrack.
Right, that's what I'm trying to do now. No, I didn't. I'm good. I think I'm just crazy. Just looked weird in the picture, I guess.
No comment.
Yeah, you don't get one.
Ooh.
Hello.
Oh, that's cool. Gotta make sure you show off the little grills that they kind of stuck in there, because those are they actually attached to anything?
Yeah.
Okay, they're attached to the plates there.
Mm.
Yeah, make sure you show that off. It's pretty neat.
get to a repetitious part. And it's the windows. More windows.
Alright guys, put the link again for another giveaway. Make sure you've entered. Yes, the prototype Copper Evoke. That was a fun one. How's the repetition going?
Repetition is pretty much finished on this part. And then I'm about to do it on next part. So I'm actually moving pretty quick. Seem to be doing pretty alright, I think.
By the time you're done with this, you're going to be like a master builder.
Ooh. Hear that, y'all?
All the experience you'll have under your belt.
Alright, now I'm about to do stuff 13 times and do the outside of the walls here. Make them nice and smooth outside of the castle.
Alright, while Chelsea's doing that, I think it's time to pick our next winner. While the cats are playing / fighting. Oh, here's one. Kopaka's Cool Companion! Congratulations! You've won yourself a Harry Potter collectible minifig. Let us know in your reply which ones you're interested in so we can do our best to make that happen. What is our kidder doing?
Small.
Trying to make a mess.
Alright, here we go. Outside of the castle.
Cats are excited about it.
Hear that?
Really adds a lot of definition and texture to the side there.
I like it a lot. Alright, well here you go. Bag 11 is complete. We have a cool grading system right here, where you can see all the stained glass. The textures on the balls right here. I made a little bit more of a turret. Turn you around. Got a couple little stickers right here.
What are those showing off?
So those are actually, if I'm not mistaken, Umbridge's rules for when she was headmaster.
Certainly looking more and more castle-like.
It definitely is starting to look like Hogwarts. Let's go ahead and open up this cloth bag. Ooh, look at this lilac.
Oh, very nice color there.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
I'm talking to this kidder.
Uh-oh. Are you going to be on the camera, Tubbs? Oh, I see cat tail. Oh, there's a cat.
Hello, kidder.
He's not looking at the camera.
Say hello.
He is not having
On
it.
the lap, please. You can sit here and be nice. I'll pet you a little bit. Yeah.
Oh no, I don't think Winky
You got
appreciates
some
that.
stuff to say? Yeah, Winky does not look like she appreciates that at all.
She's like, where's my lap? Why can't I be a YouTube star?
No, no, sir. Alright, if you're going to try to get there, you can go over there. That does not sound friendly.
Oh, cats, cats, cats.
Poor baby.
Why did we get a second cat again?
She was cute and needed a home. We had a home to give.
Hear that, Wink? You should be much better behaved because we gave you a home. I don't think she cares.
She doesn't know yet because she's just small.
Alright, so back in the chat talking about the Star Wars construction sets. I believe it was the ATPT or something like that. It was a walker, a scout walker that we did not get. The Bark Speeder did appear in the Clone Wars, but I don't think that was ever a rumored set we were going to get. It wasn't the ATPT. What was it that we were going to get? It was like the one without like the fully enclosed cockpit from the Clone Wars. To Wikipedia. ATAP maybe? Oh, ATRT, there we go. Yeah, the ATAP is the three-legged one. Yes, the AT and CCBS ATRT would have been really awesome. And I'm sad that we did not get one. Would have loved getting the super battle droid as well. Just think of all those nice blue shells. Unless they did, what was the other color scheme the super battle droids had? Unless we got that version, which still would have been okay. You know, dark gray probably wouldn't have been too bad for the super battle droid. I feel like we really have not gotten too many dark gray CCBS shells. I want to say Jin is one of the few that jumps out as having some. Other than, of course, the actual, limb pieces that we get in dark gray. Hello, kidder.
Oh, so look at these bricks.
Ah, yes, the good old masonry bricks.
I think they're pretty cool.
Jeez, kidders. Foxmill, what time do you think it is over here? What are we putting on for dinner? It's 10 o'clock at night here. Dinner was leftovers. I had some leftovers from IHOP. I guess you didn't really have leftovers. You had cereal. I had some roast beast omelet. So Voximus, poor man's spaghetti, just like a ramen cup or something? Saw some jumping going on out there. Can't go wrong with pizza.
I like pizza.
Well, this talk of foods makes me hungry again.
I like food. I like to eat. I like to eat. Opals and bananas.
What?
Well, I don't like bananas. You not heard that song?
Opals and bananas?
Well, it's a Barney song, and it's apples and bananas, but then you change the vowels.
I don't remember changing any vowels.
Well, I
But apparently
do.
Kopaka's Cool Companion knows.
Opals and bananas. Though I think that one was my favorite. The bananas. Winky, you're making him mad.
certainly have a lot to say.
That's mostly tubs, oh.
Mommy, protect me.
You okay, little dude? Winky, that was the headphones. That
She just gets
hurt.
so excited that she doesn't pay attention to any cables.
Or anything.
Now she's gonna try to knock over your microphone.
Yup. It's okay, Tubby. Hit her. Tell her who's the boss animal. Y'all think that I'm crazy, but she's got to learn somehow. She's only 7 months. Oof.
Andrew says 7 adorable months.
Hey.
How long have you had tubs? Is the question in the chat.
8 years last month.
And he just turned 9.
He just turned 9.
So what are we working on now?
Shutters.
How did you find tubs? Isn't it just like PetSmart?
Yep.
And then you found Winky on Facebook.
Well, I was on Facebook and then there was Pet Finder, and then I just decided to look at the pets. And I found Winky. was downstairs and I screenshotted her to Andrew and I said, well, what he said was, that's a pretty kidder. And I said, I want her. And he says, for reals? And I say, yep. And then we had a back and forth on if I could fill out the paperwork. Then could we go meet her? Then we got into a really big fight because he said that we couldn't get her until he came home from his boys' trip. And then we got her. It was like a whole month after finding her. It took forever. It's so sad. I just wanted to bring home this cute kidder.
Now she's all yours. And mine, I guess, too.
Yeah, she likes sheep pretty okay. I guess that's how she feels.
It's something, that's art, for sure.
We learned something about her between the last time we streamed. Is that she's bow-legged on her back feet. And that's really cute to watch. We got a very handy capable kitty.
And I've started talking about the sadness of losing a pet.
I know what that's like. It hurts.
Yeah, not a good feeling. Transformers? Someone say Transformers?
I like Transformers.
Are we gonna go see Bumblebee?
Mm. Lots of our movies to see.
That is true. My top 5 Transformers. It's going to be a very biased list, as we've discussed many times in these streams. That I have a pretty biased look at Transformers. That being that Beast Wars is the best Transformers. Hello, Kidder. So best Transformers, probably have to go with Dinobot, number 1. Then... Ooh, there's a lot of good ones. Alright, so let's see. After Dinobot... Man, so many good ones. Alright, so G1 Starscream is on that list somewhere. Probably put him at like number 4. Maybe Optimus Primal, number 3. And who do I like more than Primal? I think 5. 5 would be a toss-up between Beast Wars, Megatron, and Tarantulas. And number 2 is a tough one. So not only are your top 5 all G1 Decepticons, 3 of them are... Oh man, why did the name just escape me? Are the planes? I have to go with Beast Wars Ravage for number 2. He was pretty awesome. Or just do something off the wall, like Inferno. He was very hilarious. Seekers, that's it, the Seekers. Seekers are definitely cool. I mean, G1 Starscream will always be one of my favorites because he was an F-15. That's probably my favorite fighter jet of all time, so... holds a special place in my heart for that. And plus, you know, his spark inhabits Waspinator, and it's just hilarious. Yeah, it is starting to get a little late. I'm going to have to make her stop at some point, too.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about after this bag. Because I like to build, but it is getting late.
See ya, Andrew. Thank you for joining us.
Have a good night. Let's see. Somebody with scoliosis sitting down for long periods of time or standing for long periods of time. It's kind of uncomfortable for a while.
It is looking quite impressive, though.
It is. I'm very excited that it's actually a something.
Considering where we were at the beginning of tonight,
Right.
when it was just kind of like a bunch of rocks and a flat platform. How much do you have to go in the bag you're working on?
Not much.
Alright, so let's put up our last giveaway.
Alright, got the little clock here. Hangs on the hall.
Lower it a little bit.
Good.
There we go.
Fabulous.
It was right under the link to the giveaway.
Oh.
So, that's a sticker?
Yeah.
Cool. Because they do have like a generic 2x2 round tile print for the clock, but it's nice that they kind of made it special. What nerd stuff do I do? I do not really play D&D or any trading card games. Like I said, I used to collect and I was into some trading card games like many years ago. The Star Wars collectible card game. Briefly got into the Pokemon trading card game, but that was not very long lived.
Play Pokemon Go.
Yeah. It's hard to like have the time to get into super nerds, too much nerd stuff. I don't know, I feel like Lego is takes up a lot of nerd time.
I was gonna say, do we count Lego as being nerdy?
Going back to our Diablo Immortal conversation from before, I do play excessive amounts of a couple of mobile games.
Yes.
Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes and Marvel Strike Force. I'm in guilds for each one, and yes, play them a lot.
All the time.
That's how the games are designed. You gotta be checking in and everything.
I know, that's why I play my Harry Potter game.
And once you're in a guild, like you got other people counting on you and stuff.
Like,
responsibilities.
You got enough.
Could be worse. It could be like World of Warcraft, where like I'm just sitting in front of my computer and I have to like be at home at certain times for raids.
Yeah, trust me, I know all about that.
Yeah, I did see there's another Transformers game that is similar to Galaxy of Heroes and Strike Force that I saw. I'm like, nope, I don't need another one of these in my life. As cool as it looks, and like I keep seeing that they're adding different characters. They added Scorponok from Beast Wars recently. I'm like, oh, that's so cool. No, stop, stay back. And that's easier for me to stay away from because I'm not as huge of a fan of like all of the Transformers. So, since I know it's not just Beast Wars, I can more easily stay away from it. That's the thing with the Star Wars games. They keep adding new characters. And it's like, oh, I love that character. They did, since this is, what ridiculous anniversary. I want to say the 15-year anniversary of the release of Knights of the Old Republic this year. They added a bunch of characters from that game. And
How does that
added
make you feel?
Bastila and T3 and who else? Jolie Bindo and Mission and Zalbar and of course Revan. And that's been a huge thing. And yes, it makes me feel old, thank you. I need to go back and replay those games at some point. They're just so much fun. That like kind of D20 based system for all the traits and the battles and everything. Kind of turn-based real-time battles. It was so kind of revolutionary for the time, but sure a little dated now, but still fun. This story was great.
Just about finished with this bag. So I noticed these two pieces earlier, and they look regular till you turn it to the side, and then there's a chunk taken out. At the same way, doing the same thing. So that's just a pretty cool touch. I thought it was cool.
So Kopaka's Cool Companion, I'm guessing G1 is your favorite Transformer series. I'd like to go back and watch some of the other Transformer series I never got into, but so much to watch, so little time. I'd say getting back to other nerdy stuff, you know, always try to stay on top of the MCU and all the Star Wars canon that's coming out, which is very difficult with all the comics and books and everything. So that definitely keeps me nerded up. Maybe someday when like the apocalypse happens, if I can like go and download all the Transformers episodes before the internet completely collapses, then I can go hole up in like a fallout shelter somewhere and catch up on all the Transformers. don't see many pieces left.
Nope, just gotta attach this awning. And the courtyard is complete.
Alright guys, so last call for entering into our giveaway. Yes, Kopako's Cool Companion, since you won the giveaway, you can let us know like your top 3 or so figs, and we'll do our best to fulfill said requests. Although with every giveaway we do, the supplies start to dwindle a little bit. Oh. We still got a pretty good selection. So top 3 should get you covered. Once we kind of get down to where we don't have that many left, we will stop giving that option, and we'll just send people what we've got. So be glad you won early on, and not like in day 29 of the Hogwarts build.
Alright, y'all.
Alright, slide the castle a little bit over to the left so people can get a better look at it. Might need to move some stuff out of the way. There we go. Yeah, give it a good spin around, show off all the stuff we've done, or you've done tonight.
We did all these windows right here. We started this little turret. We did this in the courtyard. The awning.
I love how the slopes work on the front there.
I know, I think it's so cool looking. Alright, and some more windows right here. Little archway. Right, then we got more, and then you can see all the stained glass, which I think is super cool. All the grates. The outside build up. And here comes the Great Hall. See all the torches, and all the glass. And if you come this way, the doors open.
Can't really. Oh, okay, there we go.
There we go.
A little hard to see from there.
Yeah, well, it's a little hard to open them.
They're more for kind of decoration. It's not quite a play feature. Whoa. Ahem. I said ahem, and they looked at me like, oh, yeah, okay, we'll stop. Alright, what else we got in there?
I think that's it.
Alright, so why don't you spin it back so you can see inside the Great Hall. I want to try something real quick. Uh-huh. So it's kind of hard to see the stained glass from the angle, so I was going to shine my cell phone flashlight through there, so hopefully you guys can see all the different colors there a little better. So it's because there is a lot that goes into that, so it's pretty neat. Yeah, I guess that helped.
That was pretty cool.
Alright, so we got one more giveaway to do, so let's do that, wrap things up. And then separate the cats, I think, and maybe give them a midnight snack. Alright, so our final winner for tonight is Disty. Congratulations. As I
Yay!
said before, just send us an email with your top view, and we will do our best to accommodate. So yeah, that's our stream for tonight. What bag did we wrap up on?
13.
Out of like 576.
Yeah, something like that. Well, we finished up 12, so we'll be starting again with lucky number 13.
All right, perfect place to start. Okay, so yeah, we'll have to see when our schedules align again. Try to hopefully not have to wait like 3 weeks before our next stream. How does that sound?
Hopefully this weekend.
Cool. And I do believe next Monday is a holiday, so I am off next Monday.
Woo-woo.
So give us maybe some extra time to squeeze something in. Alright, so thanks again everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And we'll be back hopefully sooner than later to continue our stream of Hogwarts.
That's right.
Take care everyone. Have a good night.